Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly update on real estate, mortgages, and living right here in the Inland Empire. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned mover, or just checking out your Zestimate, let's dive into what's actually happening in the market as we wrap up 2025, using the latest data and insights, not just TikTok rumors or your know-it-all neighbor. So what's the big story? The unsung hero of our current market is actually the improvement in mortgage spreads. Logan Matashami of Housing Wire even said that without those spread improvements, rates wouldn't be anywhere near what they are right now. And this matters because it's the reason we've seen mortgage rates slide down closer to, and sometimes under, 6% this year. And just in case you missed that economics class, mortgage spreads are the gap between the 10-year Treasury rate and the average 30-year mortgage rate. When that gap gets smaller, your wallet breathes a sigh of relief. Mortgage rates have been trending down for most of 2025. At the time of this recording, the average 30-year fixed is in the low 6% range, down from the highs of over 7% earlier in the year. Is it the 3% of 2021? No. But you've been waiting and hoping, and this is the steepest drop we've seen since before the rate spiked. Grab this fact for your next trivia night. Home affordability just hit its best market over 2.5 years, thanks to those lower rates and a slight pullback in prices. Let's address the elephant in the open house. Only 2.8% of homes nationally have changed owners in 2025. It's the lowest turnover in 3 decades. Why so frozen? Well, 70% of homeowners have mortgage rates locked below 5%. So they'd rather hang on to those rates than risk higher payments selling their home. But here's the plot twist. The so-called rate lock effect is thawing a bit. Life moves on. People need to relocate, upgrade, or downsize. And that motivation is slowly overcoming the hold tight mentality. As a result, inventory is ticking upward. October 2025 marked 6 straight months with over 1 million active listings in the US. And we're inching close to pre-pandemic levels. Now, affordability is still a real challenge. Just ask any candidate from this November's election, because it's the hot topic in every single victory speech. But mortgage payments today are, on average, over 3% per month lower than they were back in May. To put it into perspective, as of mid-September, 30% of a median household income went towards monthly principal and interest. That's down from the summer's 32%, and way below the 2023 peak. If you've been waiting for a sign, consider this. In September, how much house could you buy with the average income was the highest it's been since early 2025. In other words, opportunities peeking back in the door. Next, if you're selling, know that homes are taking longer to move than during the pandemic rush. But that's bringing us back to the classic normal market times. Median days on market in October were 63, almost exactly where we were in the 2018-2019 market. So if your home's been listed for a week and you haven't had 40 offers, don't panic. This is actually normal. And prices? Not soaring, not crashing. Home prices in the Inland Empire are holding steady, with some national metros seeing slight drops and others slight gains, splitting right down the middle. Across the nation, about half of the top 50 housing markets are down and about half are up. And almost 1 in 5 listed homes had a price cut this October, which is great news for buyers tired of a bidding war, and a hint that we're seeing more balance in the market. Forecasts for 2026 predict a noticeable uptick. Fannie Mae, the MBA, and the NAR all expect more sales next year. And think just over 5.2 million homes sold nationally, so from under 4.8 million this year. Analysts project average U.S. home prices will rise a modest 2% next year. And if you buy this year, the Home Price Expectation Survey shows you could see roughly $61,000 in added equity over the next 5 years on a typical home. Something to remember the next time someone says, "I'll just wait until prices drop." The bottom line, the market's beginning to wake up. Rates are finally cooling off, inventory's rising, and slowly but surely, buyers are getting more power at the table. But remember, real estate is super local, so always talk to your favorite Inland Empire broker. Hint, that's me, for what's really going on here. And hey, If you're stuck at a holiday gathering next to your know-it-all cousin who claims nothing is selling, just smile and tell them 11,000 homes sell every day nationwide. That's 8 per minute, almost as quick as your uncle will refill the eggnog. If you have questions about your local zip code or mortgage options, drop a comment, a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on your weekly edge in the Inland Empire market. Now you know more than that nosy neighbor, and we'll see you next week.